presentation of HBO Sports.
Hello again, I'm Jim Lampley. On September 18, HBO pay-per-view will take you live to Staples Center in Los Angeles for Shane Mosley's return to the ring in the wake of his devastating loss to Floyd Mayweather. It's a live pay-per-view, and the opponent is Sergio Mora. To get you ready for this, we're going to take you back to one of the most significant fights of Mosley's career. In fact, he calls it his greatest win. It was his first fight against Oscar De La Hoya in June of 2000 in Staples Center in Los Angeles. The two boyhood pals matched up against each other, with Mosley having come up 12 pounds in the preceding months from his perch as the #1 lightweight in the world to fight De La Hoya in De La Hoya's division, the welterweight division. It was a tumultuous, sold-out crowd in Staples. It was a truly great fight. Let's go back to June 17, 2000.
As the legend at ringside, Muhammad Ali, put it, who will dare to be great? Who will be bolder? And who will be tougher?
Both fighters have promised knockouts. Both fighters have promised aggression. Mosley was quoted on the cover of a boxing magazine saying, "It'll be like the first round of Hagler-Hearns." And Mosley comes out pounding away with a straight right hand.
Good right hand by Mosley.
Slinging it over the top. De La Hoya trying to get the jab going.
Gets rocked by a jab.
Got to understand that De La Hoya has become a great body puncher, so his hands are lower now. He intends to dig those left hooks in Shane Mosley's body. But he should wait a while and stand up straight and protect himself before he aims his punches down.
Mosley wrapping De La Hoya with two more quick right hands. Shane, the early aggressor, and quicker with his right hand in the early going. De La Hoya trying to get the jab started, and then as George pointed out, he'll look for opportunities to set up his left hook to the body. Mosley has a pretty good left hook to the body as well.
Oscar's going to have to take the spin off of the left jab and just sort of point it at Shane Mosley, because if you spin it, you're going to miss. Just point it at him with your palms aimed to the floor. You won't miss as much, but as he's spinning it, it's going to cause him to do a lot of missing with the left jab.
Perhaps the most important thing that's happened here so far is that De La Hoya has been hit by some pretty sharp punches, but keeps coming forward.
And this is what Shane Mosley would like. You land the best punches, move away a little bit, set up, and do it again.
De La Hoya's left eye, which has swelled several times in fights, is pink already from the right-hand blows of Shane Mosley. And just as I say it, Mosley lands another one and another. Tries to whip the left uppercut inside.
Okay, let's go.
And that's what you have to deal with as a good seasoned professional.
So far, Mosley is beating him to the punch.
Yeah, he's enthusiastic. That's what you got to worry about. You got to match enthusiasm with him by doing the same thing back to him, making an even fight.
De La Hoya with a little right hand inside as Mosley grabs his left arm. Shane standing right in front of De La Hoya, daring Oscar to try to stiffen him with his power. Now Mosley backs up and then comes straight forward again. Rips Oscar with the left hook.
That's the speed of foot and hand embodied in one move, as he moved away from De La Hoya and jumped in with the left hook.
And you see, Mosley is slapping with his left jab because he understands the speed of De La Hoya. But De La Hoya is trying to spin his around for power. You just can't do it with a faster opponent.
De La Hoya with a left hook to the body. First time he's landed to Mosley's ribcage. But Shane Mosley, landing early and more often than De La Hoya, appeared to control the first round. As we go to Oscar De La Hoya's corner, when Robert Alcazar speaks Spanish, our interpreter is Ray Torres.
Don't try to beat so hard. Be easy on him. And use the jab. Don't go so hard. Use a little more rhythm. Be a little more cool in there. Use your jab. A little more jab. And be first.
You see that? On the break, he was looking at the corner of his eyes and saying, damn, this guy has more power than I thought he was. That's what he was seeing in his eyes. Continue with the right body shots. Hit with the jab. Like Cass said, don't let him get set. He's trying to get set. Suck him in. He's coming forward.
Watch the Mosley right hand as it goes right over and around De La Hoya's guard.
Get out, let's go. And a little left hook to the body to follow up as well. Punch stat numbers in round number 1. CompuBox saw it as a Mosley wipeout. Mosley 25 out of 67 in the first round. De La Hoya 9 of 49. De La Hoya only 3 of 27 on his jab. It was falling short. Mosley 13 of 44 jabs. If you look at the numbers, Shane won the first round. Shane switches southpaw, now switches back to the conventional stance. De La Hoya left hook to the body.
Think about Oscar De La Hoya. Few fighters would pay the price to stay in shape like he's done. One fight after another. Look at his body.
Look at the big shoulders.
He's paid the price. The boy's in shape. He can take what you got. He's going to be there for a while. You better pace yourself if you're Shane Mosley.
George De La Hoya looked drawn and starched yesterday as though he had trained extremely hard for this fight. The 24 hours he had to recover from the weigh-in could have been critical to him.
When you got a fighter fighting for a fight like this, you can expect him to overtrain a little bit. You got to almost manage that overtrain to make certain that he's just where he want to be, and don't let him go too far overboard. To be fighting in his hometown like this, expect him to be a little overtrained for good reason.
Both fighters settled into a slightly more relaxed groove in round number 2.
Oscar starting to touch with his right hand just a little bit.
And Oscar gets the left hook to the body in again and misses just short with the left hook up top.
And Oscar's aiming that left hook to the body now. If he hits 2 hooks to the body, Shane is going to be a different fighter.
In his last fight 3 months ago in Madison Square Garden, De La Hoya scorched Darryl Coley with the left hook to the body. It may be the most dominant weapon in the welterweight division. Mosley cornered. De La Hoya hits him with a left hook. Mosley comes back with a body hook of his own.
De La Hoya was able to touch him for the first time on top of the head with his left jab. That's important. If you want to turn things around, start touching him with your left jab.
Mosley leads with the right hand and then spins away. De La Hoya cautious, sets up a right and a left to the body. Much better second round for De La Hoya than the first. Gets the left hook into the pit of Mosley's stomach one more time. Oscar De La Hoya has landed that left hook to the body a half dozen times or more in this round. And
you can
Mosley
change.
has slowed down.
You can change Mosley right quick if you start hitting him in the stomach with those left hooks. And that's what De La Hoya is aiming on doing.
No
but
question.
you got to watch this guy. He is seasoned, Shane Mosley. Anytime he can unlash a right hand that'll drop you.
A better round for De La Hoya.
Much better.
¿Entiendes?
Relax, relax.
Oscar, a cada vez que tú estás
Oscar,
terminando tu
every
combinación,
time he
brinca para
gets
atrás.
me, you throw the combination.
Cuando
He'll go
acabas tu
back.
combinación, para
When you
lado,
finish
¿ok?
your combination, go to the side.
Ahí va.
That's it.
Only have 2 up here. One's got to be down.
Come on. Right hand, left hook to the body. Bam, bam. You're doing good. You're catching him. You're breaking this rhythm. And you're tying him up whenever you need to. Going into the 4th round, you start breaking him down. But you got to start going to the body when you're inside. Okay? And you can kind of smother his punches. You want to keep doing the end of his punches. So you can smother his punches when you get him on the inside. And go and get your body shots off. All right?
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
CompuBox numbers, round 2, a total reversal of round number 1. This time it was De La Hoya who doubled up Mosley, landing 22 punches to only 11 for Shane. De La Hoya 7 of 21 jabs in the second round, much more effective.
Shane Mosley puts his right hand up for that left hook. It's right there. He's watching to catch Oscar and beat him to the punch with his left hook.
And he knows De La Hoya is so conscious of wanting to be offensive with the left hook
but he can land his right-hand lead, which has been effective for him so far.
Momentarily buckled De La Hoya with the right hand, but De La Hoya appears to be all right.
The De La Hoya supporters, those who believe Oscar is going to win this fight, most of them don't think Shane Mosley has the strength to hurt Oscar De La Hoya.
De La Hoya's making a mistake following this guy around without jabbing or anything. He's not doing anything. Jab, do something. Don't just follow him because he's going to hit you.
So much psychology between two men who've known each other for 20 years. It's almost as if De La Hoya wants to say to Mosley, I don't respect you.
There's that right hand right over top of that left hook because Oscar has his left hook hand cocked for the left hook. Mosley is making him pay. He's staying over to his left, not shying away from his power punch.
And firing right hand leads across the top of Oscar's left glove.
Now Shane is even getting closer, as his dad said, to smother the shot.
Oscar tripling up the left hook, trying to get to Mosley's body. Battle lines clearly drawn. Mosley's right hand lead and combination punching against De La Hoya's left hook.
And he has Oscar reaching out. Oscar's got to snap out. Don't reach out. Snap your shot. Don't reach out. There you go. He's following him around. He's not doing anything.
Mosley lands the right and then wrestles De La Hoya to the canvas.
A lot of that was a weakness of that, the slight chop on the side of the head. A lot of that caused some weakness to De La Hoya's legs. You don't want him to miss.
De La Hoya with a quick little left inside. Mosley shuffling his feet. Sugar Shane throwing mostly one punch at a time. Hard right hand by Mosley. De La Hoya comes back with a left hook. Straight right hand by De La Hoya. Of course, it's not just fighter against fighter here.
Mosley like a mongoose. Sits there and watches everything and then takes a swing at whatever he sees.
Haven't heard that word in boxing since Archie Moore was fighting. And a look at Joel De La Hoya Sr. sits at ringside, wears a suit, but regarded by most observers as being the most influential man in De La Hoya's corner, even when he's sitting 20 feet away.
Oscar, sigue metiendo tu pie primero abajo. Róbate la distancia.
Oscar, you need to put some distance between you guys. Get the distance.
Oscar, es cuestión de tiempo. Sigue trabajando como este round.
In these next rounds coming up, he's getting tired. Keep the pressure. I mean, you're going back, but you're still firing back. Pretty soon, at some point.
There you see the right hand that slightly buckled De La Hoya. Now the jab has not been a factor in this fight as many people anticipated. It's been the power punches that have dominated the fight so far.
Well, they start out boxing, but you can see that both guys are itching to fight. Harold Letterman, how'd you score the first 3 rounds?
Okay, Jim, I got a 2-1, 29-28, Oscar De La Hoya. Jim, in the first round, certainly Shane Mosley with that straight right hand, but since then, Oscar's walking him down, and somehow or another just appears to be the stronger guy. He does real hard left jabs and tremendous left hooks. So Oscar De La Hoya, 2-1.
I have Mosley 2-1.
So do I.
And incidentally, CompuBox numbers in round 3 favored De La Hoya, who was seen to land 23 punches to only 12 for Mosley. But some judges may have
good left hook to the body.
Right hands. Yep.
Good left hook to the body by De La Hoya.
Right to the pit of the stomach.
Now he gets one back himself.
Mosley going in with the left hook to the body.
Mosley is known as the guy that if you hit me hard, I'm going to hit you hard.
2 big right hands for Mosley. De La Hoya holds the back of his head as if to say, he's hitting me behind the ear.
De La Hoya is a clean fighter. No doubt about it. He's a clean fighter. Shane is playing cat and mouse, but he's playing with the wrong guy this time. De La Hoya can hit, and he's never out of the fight.
De La Hoya with a left hook upstairs. Right cross partially blocked. That right hand partially blocked by the De La Hoya glove.
Shane is doing a good job of throwing on top of Oscar's left hand to make him think defense rather than throwing that shot.
That right hand lead is designed to occupy De La Hoya's left hand or go over the top of it.
Well, you want to go on top to make him think, I better throw right hands and forget about my left hook. Shane is moving to his right now, as if to say, Oscar, throw some rights.
I expected more hand speed and fluidity from Mosley. I expected more jabbing from De La Hoya. It's becoming more of a brawl than I think anybody would have expected at this point. Big right hand for De La Hoya.
De La Hoya doesn't want to start slinging right hands. There was a story about him wrapping tape around his hands early on in the ring. In the dressing room, that means he's got knuckle problem, protection. So you don't want to start slinging punches. You're going to get your hands broken or rebroken.
When you have knuckle problems, you want to keep the punches tight, short, and on the inside.
That's right. Whenever I hear a report in the opposite dressing room about the fighter doing something to his hand, that means they're hurt.
They trade shots again at center ring. And now it's Mosley digging a left hook to the center of De La Hoya's body. And De La Hoya answering with a right across the top. Round 4 comes to a close very quickly. Harold Letterman, the rule about rabbit punching.
Jim, that's what Oscar De La Hoya is complaining about. When Shane Mosley throws that right hand, he loops it around to the back of Oscar De La Hoya's head. And when you hit a guy in the brainstem, it's very dangerous. That's what we call a rabbit punch. Extremely dangerous. De La Hoya grabbed the back of his head to indicate to the referee he's being rabbit punched.
Okay, take a breathe. Use your jab. You got to be using that jab.
You've been working for this all your life. Back to the body, back to the side. When you pull out, you're pulling out with your chin up a little bit. You throw them combinations. Roll out of there. Don't pull back with your chin up like that. Okay? Please don't.
It's the right hand that Mosley has been most effective. Inside, short, hard right hand. And perhaps De La Hoya hasn't been throwing his left quite so much because he's continually nailed by that right hand, George.
Well, for good reasons. You're not throwing it much. You keep throwing that left one. Stick the jab out there. Make this guy protect himself from it. Then he won't be so apt to throw over top.
One pattern emerging in CompuBox numbers for the last 2 rounds. De La Hoya has been throwing more punches than Mosley. And you heard Jack Mosley say to his son, you waited all your life for this. Don't slow down. Go in and keep punching.
Mosley's beating De La Hoya to the jab for the first time. And that's what De La Hoya doesn't want. You don't want this guy thinking he can jab better than you. You got to point that thing at him. Don't wait to spin it. Point it.
There's the right hand lead again for Mosley. Not as much steam on it as was the case in the earlier rounds.
Mosley will get up against the rope. Sometimes he'll jab out of there. Sometimes he'll punch out of there.
De La Hoya double left hook to the body, comes back with a third one to the pit of the stomach. Mosley fires the right hand lead again. Then remembers his own left hook to the body as his father asked him to do.
Mosley's got to make certain that Oscar ends his punching with his right hand and not that left hook. That's where he can get caught. 1, 2, 3, but make it the last punch be the right hand.
Hard right uppercut by Mosley, landed on the point of De La Hoya's chin. Oscar fires a right hand of his own.
But it's all in retaliation. It's Mosley who's initiating the contact.
Right hand to the body by Mosley. De La Hoya answers with his left. Shane borderline low with that right hand.
The referee is keeping a good eye on those low blows because he's understanding that most are not intentional. De La Hoya got to start the jab. Start the jab.
Mosley landed the right. De La Hoya landed a bigger left. Mosley wobbled by the left hook from De La Hoya. And Shane steps in and grabs Oscar around the waist. There was the punching power of De La Hoya. Mosley getting caught by a left hook as he was opening up offensively himself.
Relax, relax, relax.
Now the jab is starting to come from Oscar. Good jab.
You can almost see Oscar's
Another good
confidence
jab.
rising as the fight goes on. Even though Mosley's landing and landing a lot, Oscar seems to feel more and more secure about what he can do.
When he's using his left jab, he's in control. When he stops using it, Shane's.
Okay. Shane, as long as you come forward, that's fine. When he gets in range, hit him. He's in range, okay? But don't tighten up when you do it. Relax and let them punches flow. Your arms will never get tired. You understand? You just got to relax when you do those punches. Let your body, hey, listen. Let your body do the work, all right? You'll have no problem. Those body shots are getting to him.
Oscar, keep working, and you got to use that jab. Make sure you put your left foot forward, Oscar.
Vámonos.
Whatever happens in this fight, people who haven't seen Shane Mosley before are seeing a magnificent, versatile fighter. And now De La Hoya, who took this fight for a challenge and is obviously trained up to the challenge, lands his own combination.
In round 5, by CompuBox numbers, Shane Mosley landed 13 of 17 power shots. Very efficient, but Oscar De La Hoya threw 30 power shots and landed 12 of his. De La Hoya enjoying more and more freedom in the ring against Mosley, and as George Foreman points out, when Oscar jabs, he rules.
Mosley seemed to have that right hand set for the return of Oscar's left hook. But he's catching more and more left jabs by Oscar. That can start hurting his back. You start hurting your back, you can't move too well. And that stiff jab of Oscar will break your back. Mosley does a good job of leaping in left hooks, and for some reason he doesn't do it. Whenever he leaps one in, he catches it.
Would he be that worried about Oscar's right hand?
Oh, he just should. When you're doing something good, you may as well do it. If you haven't trained to do it, don't do it.
As promised, De La Hoya has continually applied the pressure in this fight.
Yes.
Very often in the past, he said one thing. He says he'll do one thing and not the other thing. He's been true to his word so far in this fight.
Absolutely. And you can see that Mosley, with his speed and fluidity, can succeed some when he gets inside. But he has to go into the jaws of the lion to do it. He has to accept the jeopardy of De La Hoya's left hook.
No better said. You accepted this challenge, you got to fight. He's not going to give it to you. You just got to go out there and get it. You're not going to outbox him. You're going to have to fight him. Okay, and you make that decision at any round, you can win a title. If you think you're going to outbox well-proven fighter like De La Hoya, you're wrong. You're going to have to fight.
Mosley more and more measured. De La Hoya with more and more freedom as time goes by. De La Hoya's range in the ring and apparently superior punching power more and more factors in the bout. Mosley not throwing nearly as many combinations as was the case in earlier rounds, and not landing his lead right hand with regularity anymore. Oscar blocked both those body punches with his elbows. Now, if you're fighting a guy and he blocks two body punches with his elbows, you might say to yourself, go upstairs.
He's having to deal with some power in a boxing ring that he's never dealt with before with Shane Mosley.
Absolutely.
This body punches coming from Oscar are like heavyweight, light heavyweight.
Well, that's exactly what one of their common opponents said. Jesse James Lehow, who fought both men, said, here's the difference. Oscar punches like a heavyweight.
He's got nothing. All he's got is his right hand. That's all you have to watch out for. He's got nothing. The right hand is all you have to worry about.
De La Hoya's output generally rising as the fight goes on. You can see 67 punches thrown in the 6th round. That's the most he's thrown. Mosley's punch output dropping gradually as the fight goes on, a sign that Shane is increasingly wary about risking what he has to risk to get inside.
All right? Just relax. Rhythm.
So the tactical war through 6 rounds is gradually going in favor of De La Hoya. But Mosley's had his moments. Round 6 was a big one for Oscar.
This is as good as we've seen Oscar in a very long time. He's obviously very, very keyed and ready for this kind of fight.
Rising to the occasion, Harold Letterman, how do you have it through 6?
Okay, Jim, 4 rounds to 2, 58, 56, Oscar De La Hoya. You know, Jim, early in the fight, when Oscar De La Hoya would throw a left jab, Shane Mosley would hit him with right hand over the left jab. In the last couple of rounds, Shane hasn't done it at all. Oscar keeps shuffling forward, flat-footed, landing the power shots. De La Hoya doing all the damage.
I have it 3 rounds apiece.
Okay, step back.
But the tide is going toward De La Hoya.
No question.
Now, De La Hoya can't be still. You got to do something.
And Mosley with the beginnings of a comeback here as he starts to release his hands again.
Mosley's looking for something to take confidence in. Oscar give him one little thing, he's going to exploit it. So Oscar better keep moving, keep hitting.
Mosley going back to his jab momentarily, but not throwing it with a lot of conviction. Still looking to throw that right hand lead, but more and more reluctant to do so. Great head movement, shoulder movement by Mosley there. Ducks inside and lands a left hook.
Now get ready for the right hand. Mosley's been setting it up all night, trying to find a way to throw it in there.
Left hook lands for Mosley on the point of De La Hoya's chin. Oscar taking the punch unflinchingly. De La Hoya attacking to the body. Right, left. Right, left, right.
But the body punching that Oscar is doing.
Absolutely.
You just can't have power as the fight go on being hit like this constantly.
Body, 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 and then the left jab right in the face. Mosley comes back and busts Oscar with the right hand. Oscar steps through it again. It keeps coming.
Step back, clean, guys, clean.
Right hand by Mosley after a De La Hoya left to the pit of the stomach.
You see when Mosley leaps in with any shot, he seems never to miss. If that's what you can do, keep doing it.
It's a real fight, ladies and gentlemen, a sizzling fight. It makes De La Hoya Trinidad look like a slow walk in the park.
Well, De La Hoya and Trinidad brought out the worst in each other. I think these fighters are bringing out the best in each other.
Good big left hook by De La Hoya. Mosley comes through it and keeps throwing. Both fighters had their moments in round 7.
We got to keep working that jab. We want more jabs. We got to keep working. Do your thing. You're scoring points.
Respira, descansa, vámonos.
Like this here, double hooking. But just relax when you do it. You don't have to tighten up with your muscles when you do it. Just relax and do it. Get those points. You know what I mean? We can't let this thing be close.
My back got a little tight too.
I know it, but you can't let this thing be close. You gotta work.
Good body shot by De La Hoya, catching a right hand in return. Both fighters exploiting each other's aggression.
Shane Mosley complaining to his father that his back is tightening up. And you see him stretching as he comes out of his corner. George Foreman pointing out, you tighten a man's back when you keep pounding his chin with your jab.
That stiff left jab, that's what it does.
That's what Muhammad Ali did to torture Floyd Patterson one night back in the 60s.
Your back will just give out. It's that stiff jab, on and on and on. Shane was not aware of that kind of effect on him because he's never been stiff jab before. Oscar will hurt you with his left hand.
Shane Mosley has scarcely ever been hurt in the ring. He's never really been threatened in his 34 fights. Never knocked down, pro or amateur. So already Mosley has faced more pressure and more danger in this fight than at any other time in his boxing career.
Now, Oscar's allowing Shane Mosley to relax and circle him without his back touching the rope. If he's going to circle, you make his back touch the rope.
And the pattern which continued in round 7, Mosley throwing 45 punches, De La Hoya throwing 67.
There's that dive-in, jump-in left hook.
Another Floyd Patterson reference. Big left hook, De La Hoya. Mosley tries to retaliate to the body. Oscar pulling his head back as though he thinks Shane was trying to butt him. Mosley trying to energize himself while De La Hoya rips him with a right and a left.
There's that stiff jab. Whoa, but a right hand by Mosley.
But just as he has all fight long, so far he's walked right through Mosley's best punches.
And Mosley stays in a southpaw stance and peppers De La Hoya with the right hand. Crowd responding to the new action as Mosley throws from a new position. Shane trying to set up a big left. De La Hoya has sometimes turned southpaw in the past. And now De La Hoya starts to mix in straight right hands as Mosley stays in the southpaw stance.
Mosley's got to get in that stance and win some rounds. He's waiting and playing the punches game. That's not a good idea.
Larry, you never think it's a good idea for a fighter to switch to a stance opposite from the one in which he does his best work. What do you think of what Shane's doing here?
Well, Mosley's an unusual fighter in that he can fight very effectively, but I think sometimes it indicates a certain confusion and weakness, and you're looking for something that you can't find in what you do best.
Could he be trying to take away Oscar's left hook with this stance?
I just think that's what he does. He switches. He's a switch hitter. He does it in the ring and practice. That's what he does.
Shane trying to play to the crowd a little bit as Joel De La Hoya, Oscar's dad, looks on impassively.
You gotta keep calm, just relax. Throw the jabs, get in your rhythm.
Do the work that you're supposed to do, that's it.
You gotta keep working to find the things that you know.
Something to him. And another thing, you only got 3 more rounds to go, Shane. You can't leave it in the hands of the judges. We gotta close the show. If you don't knock him out, you still gotta close the show with the most points. So get on your toes, boxing, look spectacular. Drop a hard shot in there every now and then. But don't forget the body. But we gotta close the show so we can win.
Jack Mosley telling his son that he's only got 3 rounds to go. Here comes the 9th round. He's got 4 rounds to go.
Well, he's trying to step up the urgency of Mosley because he's trying to take Oscar De La Hoya's title. And
Harold Letterman's card is even through 8. Mosley did throw more punches than De La Hoya for the first time in several rounds in frame 8, and landed more as well, according to CompuBox numbers.
a little trickle of blood from De La Hoya's nose.
Right hand by Mosley. Mosley freeing himself up a little bit more now, perhaps sensing that he might be behind in the fight, taking a couple more chances.
His dad told him to move around, box, every now and then jump in a hard shot, that to win these things on point.
If ever there was a father-son, trainer-fighter combination that worked, it's Jack and Shane Mosley. They have instinctive communication and total respect for one another. De La Hoya gets his mouthpiece back in. The trickle of blood continues. Not terribly significant at this point.
Shane is just trying to get a little closer and a little closer. Every time he does, De La Hoya goes in and dig a body shot. You got to get close to do what Shane Mosley has in mind.
They trade again. Mosley lands a right hand. De La Hoya walks right through it. Shane lands a jab. Oscar comes back with a three-punch combination. Right hand lands for Mosley.
And he gets out of the way, which is very important. You hit him, you got to move out of the way because he's going to hit you back.
This time he took the left hook in return for the right. Another left hook for De La Hoya. Mosley steps in with his own left. Brilliant toe-to-toe action in the middle of the ring in round 9.
Now Shane Mosley is stepping up to the challenge. It might cost him, but he's stepping up.
Well, as we said earlier on, who's going to dare to be great? Who's going to be bolder?
Whenever he jumps in, he does well.
I think they both dared to be great. Big left hand by Mosley. Oscar De La Hoya unfazed. Mosley landing again. Mosley's fluidity and combination punching carrying the day in round 9. Crowd rises to support both fighters. De La Hoya steps in again.
Now Oscar's got to get his head up. He's bending down, dropping his left hand, trying to dig in with some hooks. Pick your hands up, stand up a little straighter, and stay out of harm's way.
And Mosley staying busy with the jab as De La Hoya steps in and pounds to the body. And Lou Moret says, watch the rabbit punches. 10 seconds to go in the round. In a moment, Shane Mosley's going to be taking the lead on Harold Letterman's scorecard. Now there are 3 rounds to go. And the drama thickens in Staples Center.
Give me some Vaseline. You can't wait that long. You can't wait that long to go to his body. He's right here in front of your body. Yes, you can. You're not bobbing the wing to get over there. You just stand right here like this here. Okay? You got it.
Everything is perfect.
Oscar, you gotta push him back now.
No problem.
Oscar, sigue trabajando, ponle ritmo.
Oscar, keep working. You gotta get in your rhythm. Keep it going.
Mosley said they were going to be doing some serious soul searching in this fight, and the soul searching has begun.
Round 9, a huge one for Shane, who landed 37 of 76 punches by CompuBox numbers. De La Hoya almost as good at 25 out of 68. Mosley 20 of 32 power shots in his biggest round of the fight. Harold Letterman, how do you have it 3/4 of the way through?
Look at Jim, 86, 85, 5 rounds to 4. Sugar Shane Mosley. Jim, I think that hand speed is bothering Oscar De La Hoya. I think Shane Mosley certainly went around 7, 8, 9 to pull ahead in this fight. It's getting close, though.
I have it 5-4 for Mosley as well. But remember, it's Oscar De La Hoya's title, and he's the one that's been coming forward, and so some of these rounds could go to him.
And remember that in apparently very close fights against Pernell Whitaker and Ike Quartey, Oscar got shockingly large margins on 2 out of 3 scorecards both times. Judges can be swayed by star power. No boxer has more star power on the current scene than Oscar De La Hoya.
But also by the...
Hoya should be jabbing, and when he's not jabbing, throwing combination or staying out of harm's way.
Big right hand by De La
Stay
Hoya.
close and just not do anything.
Let him go.
One thing is evident here. Neither fighter has been able to really hurt the other fighter with clean punches. Oscar has never been a big puncher in the welterweight division. A good puncher. What I call a triples hitter, not a home run hitter.
Oscar's getting the right hand in, or he doesn't have confidence in his right hand. It's his left hook that he wants to get in there.
Mosley with a left hook to the body. Oscar with a straight right to the body.
Let him go. Step back, step back, step back.
Sugar Shane, his spirits clearly lifted by his success in the past 3 rounds. Standing at center ring and taking De La Hoya's right-hand shot.
Hold it. Mosley is not even backing away anymore. He's standing right there on the pivot.
Well, I think it took him a while to gather the confidence to believe that he can take De La Hoya's stuff, but he believes it now.
But I also believe, Jim and George, that he felt that De La Hoya would slow down in the last third of the fight.
As he did against Trinidad. De La Hoya acknowledging to us yesterday that he was fatigued against Trinidad and it affected his thought process in the last 3 rounds. Mosley lands that looping right hand again. De La Hoya strikes him with a left.
Now Shane is getting the better of the left jabs.
3 straight stiff left jabs by Mosley.
And suddenly Shane's jab is quicker. De La Hoya misses with the left hook. Mosley steps back in with the jab and lands it. Another round which could have gone to the challenger, Shane Mosley.
I keep telling you that. You got to go back to the body. But don't get on your toes, boxing. Look. Get on your toes, boxing. Back to the body. When you get in here tired with it, you know, man, roll your shoulders and go to the body. Take a deep breath.
We got 2 more rounds left. That's all we need. That's all we have.
Look at those numbers.
Be sure you're in your rhythm.
What a fight. What a close contest between 2 terrific fighters. Round 10 CompuBox numbers. Mosley 34 out of 52, 65%, including 18 of 26 power shots, 16 of 26 jabs. De La Hoya 19 of 58, 33%. Not a bad round in the numbers, just not close to what Mosley was able to do in the eyes of CompuBox. A statistical profile, not the be-all and end-all.
Well, remember, De La Hoya, at his best, steps it up at the end of the fight.
Down the stretch they come. Championship rounds.
Shane Mosley gets closer and closer. Oscar never should have allowed him to get that close. If he's that close, hit him. You can't just wait on the quicker man.
But suddenly, Oscar does not look as quick as he did early in the fight.
Oh. And he's reaching. That's what happens when you go into training camp with fast fighters, but the fighter you're fighting is even quicker.
Well, there's nobody at 147 pounds who's as quick as Shane Mosley. There's just nobody you could spar with who would prepare you for this.
There's no way. You're just stepping into uncertainty. But you just got to win rounds. Don't be cautious. Even if you miss, keep throwing punches. Oscar should be doing. Don't allow this ball to just sit unattended to. Do something.
Mosley stepping in with the left hook to the body and then grabbing De La Hoya and wrapping him up. Oscar looking for range to try to go back to dominating with the jab. Oscar's left hook less and less of a factor in recent rounds.
Would you step into my parlor? That's the kind of fight Mosley is doing now. He steps back a little bit, allows Oscar to come forward, and he throws something.
De La Hoya missing with 2 right hands. Finally gets a right hand to the body. Mosley steps into the southpaw stance. Very hard for Oscar to land the left hook when Shane is in that position. Oscar lands a straight right hand. He won the Whitaker fight with straight right hands when his left hook was totally nullified. Mosley goes back to his conventional stance. De La Hoya with a right hand to the body. De La Hoya's hands a little slow at this moment. Mosley getting a little breather. De La Hoya rips him with a combination.
You can see that both fellows are pretty compassionate as far as one another's concerned. They like each other.
They're sportsmen.
They like each other.
Old friends. They both acknowledged before the fight this is friend against friend. They both said it didn't mean it wouldn't be a great fight.
Shane is strictly counter-punching there, waiting for Oscar to drop something, anything.
One expectation that some of us had coming into the fight was that Shane Mosley might hit Oscar De La Hoya more often than De La Hoya has ever been hit in a fight.
Because you're going to have to box his ass, you know, real good. Because it looks like he's going to a decision. So you're going to have to box him. You really got to box. And you can't let him outpoint you. If he touch you, you got to come back with 2-3 jabs. They don't have to be hard, but you got to box him. But if you see a good shot, take it.
Con cuidado el último round. Okay,
the last round, be careful now. Very careful now. We need this round.
Okay, Oscar.
All right, Oscar, this is it. We need this round.
Go out there. Box him like that. He's tired, Shane. He's waiting for this to end. He's smart. He's thinking about this decision, but he's
Well, you heard conflicting advice from De La Hoya's corner. Be careful, but you need this round. But
I'm not really sure what Alcazar meant to communicate.
well, but I think at the end he was right. You need this round. Nothing to save it for now, George.
No, it's all or nothing right now.
I saw
This is a close fight. This is a close fight.
Blood coming out of De La Hoya's
take the
left
fight.
nostril. All right, there's going to be a delay now because of slipperiness on the Budweiser patch.
Over there, over there.
Tiny trickle of blood from the left nostril of De La Hoya.
Let's go
I'm
over
sorry,
here.
George, what were you saying?
Let's get a towel in. Let's get a towel.
One of those fights that Shane Mosley was smart. He came out of the middle of the ring and got into the side of it. Oscar stayed out in the middle and slipped. And now they both seem to be helped by the referee drying things up.
2 minutes to go. Brilliant action in LA's biggest fight ever. Big right hand by Mosley. Another big right hand by Shane. De La Hoya trying to make his left hook count. Mosley bombing away with the right.
Both of them daring to be great.
Both going for the knockout in a classic pitch battle. Crowd on its feet. 20,000 people standing and watching.
Don't run.
Oscar's hurt in the body. Now to the head he's hurt.
Shane Mosley is out hustling Oscar De La Hoya. Out working him, out fighting him when it matters most.
You know, the word in the gyms is that Oscar doesn't like to get hit. But he has stuck his nose in there, he's stuck his jaw in there, and he has taken some heavy shots. And he has fought like a warrior tonight, whatever the result.
Big time courage from both fighters. And the crowd stands and applauds. The bad memory of the Trinidad fight is totally erased. This has been a war.
Both of these fighters will come out of this fight elevated.
No question. Big right hand by Mosley. Final postscript on what looks like it might be an upset victory for Sugar Shane. What a fight.
What a fight. The fight we had hoped for, it lived up to its expectations.
Exceeded expectations. By CompuBox numbers in round 12, Sugar Shane Mosley outlanded Oscar De La Hoya 45-18. What an effort by Shane. Harold Letterman, how'd you score it?
Okay, Jim, 116, 112, 8 rounds to 4. Sugar Shane Mosley. Jim, after round 6, I mean, Shane Mosley's hand speed just had Oscar De La Hoya baffled. He'd walk forward, hands apart. Mosley would stick that left jab in his face. Shane Mosley was the quicker guy. At the end, De La Hoya was battered and bruised. If Shane Mosley don't win his title, give Oscar De La Hoya's career to A.J. Benza.
George, what did you think?
I think it was a great fight. Oscar found someone to out-hustle him in the last rounds where he could have got going for a knockout. He was in with a faster guy who was not going to be still for a good shot. But it was a good fight, and that's what we came here for.
It was a tremendous fight, and I totally agree with Larry Merchant. Both fighters should be elevated by their performances here. It was a tremendous battle between the two young men who've known each other for 20 years. So who won? Let's go to Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Staples Center, Los Angeles, we go to the Budweiser scorecards. Lou Filippo scores the bout, 116-112. He has it for Mosley. Marty Salmon scores it, 115-113. He has it for De La Hoya. Pat Russell scores it, 115-113 for the winner by split decision. And new welterweight champion of the world, Sugar Shane Mosley.
So that night, Mosley outboxed a super slick boxer. On September 18, he'll try to achieve exactly the same thing when he takes on Sergio Mora at 154 pounds, looking for the 4th chapter in his already Hall of Fame career, Shane Mosley. We hope you'll be with us live in Staples Center on the night of September 18.
This has been a presentation of HBO Sports.